So I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm here and I'm ready. I'm here and I'm ready to create. I'm in a very creative space right now, and I'd like to take you all along with me for the ride. Oh, Dave, tell them that I am here too. I think you just did, Count. But okay, but we can do this. Together we can do this. Today, Count, we're going to draw. Okay? So first I'm going to do my little sketchy layer. That's the first thing I do because sometimes I forget and I draw right on the background, which ruins everything. So don't do that. Don't do that if you can help it. So there's a lot of really great brushes that Photoshop uses and has access to that I don't use because I'm not very good at this. But that's okay. We're going to use what the good Lord gave me. It's not a great deal of things, okay? But first, Count, I want you to start. Let's do some warm-up exercises right here. Tell me what you think of this one. Okay, all right. I'll erase it. It's okay. I'm sorry. That was mean. I love when he does that. It's okay, Count. See, all gone. Christ is all gone now. Don't do that, Dave. I don't like that. Okay, all right. Chill out. Okay. So let's see. There was something. Okay, sketch. For my sketchy layers, I normally put the opacity at low, so it looks, I don't know, sketchy. What do you want me to tell you? But yeah. So I don't know, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Just putzing around, I guess. Okay. All right. Let's do a guy here. We're gonna do a guy. Just me and the Count doing a guy. Oh, I've heard that about you, Dave. Well, that was not a friendly thing to say, Count, but good one. Good one, I guess, there. Now, I know if you're out there and you actually know what you're doing, and you're like, Dave, there are brushes where it will look all nice and sketcheroony-tastic. You have a point, my friend, but that would be the competent way to do things. And if you must be new here. We just don't do that where I am from. So why is his hair all weird like that? Dragon, are you going to ask me goofy questions like that the whole time? I'm creating. The hair, it symbolizes the duality of man. Actually, I shouldn't have to tell you this, but here we are. Right. So I think it's raining out, and I don't want anybody to get scared, but I may get a little scared. So I'm sorry. I apologize in advance for my fears. This guy, he's got a lot on his mind, as you can tell. He's a little bit, it's dark in here. I can't see what buttons I'm doing here. Now, if you're wondering if I have any tips for any of you Photoshop users out there, the answer is no. I know maybe perhaps 3 buttons, and I am sure I'm using them improperly. So there's that. You're going to see tray mistakes, and you're probably going to say, why is he doing it that way when he can so easily do it this other way? Well, life is about choices. And I make, let's just say, interesting ones. So, Count, how are you?
Uh, I'm okay. I'm pretty good. Actually, Dave,
Yes, Count.
can I color? I want to color something.
All right, look, I'll let you color something, but not right now. You have to wait. You have to wait. I mean, I just started. I ain't got. There's nothing to color yet. So don't worry. I'll get you. I'll get you something, and all in good time. All things in time, Count. All you'll ever need. Oh, you know what I listened to today? I listened to Coil by Toad the Wet Sprocket. It's my favorite Toad the Wet Sprocket album, and I love it. It's so good. It's so good. See, normally when I draw, I listen to music, and I can't do that because I'll get copyright strikes. And this channel is far too valuable to everyone involved for me to get copyright strikes. You see, well, I won't. I really don't think I would because nobody watches this. So I think you have to have what is it called? Oh yeah, following to get copyright strikes. So that thing's probably not going to happen. But why tempt fate? After all,
Dave, how come you're not on video?
because you don't show up on film, Count, and it would just be me here talking to myself, and nobody needs to get that turned on, if you know what I'm saying. So, alrighty, so we've got our guy man here, and he's coming along pretty well, not that great to be honest with you, but you know, everybody believes what they like, and that is what makes our country so wonderful. Indeed. But yeah, Coil's real good. I love Coil. That's my favorite. I'm just making polite conversation. I really have nothing to say at this point in time. I think what I like about it is it's very different. It's like there's a mood to Coil. I think it's because it was their last album for like 16 years or something like that until they started ripping off fucking fans and begging for money on Kickstarter. Okay, I'm not gonna get worked up about that. But yeah. So I think there was like some problems, some tension or what have you in the band, and it kind of showed in the album, but in a good way. Like this, it's very it's very untoady, if you will, I guess. But in all the best ways, all those best ways.
Why do you draw a lot of dudes with like these flowing kind of sideburns, Dave? Why do you do that?
Probably because I'm jealous. Um, bald petty man jealousy actually count. It's most likely why I do that. So, all right. So this is our guy man that we have, and see, again, the hair symbolizes the duality of man. Like, I mean, that should be obvious, but sometimes I gotta spell art things out for the count here. So yeah. So when I was learning in quotes Photoshop, I guess, because I used Photoshop 6 for the longest time, and Photoshop 6, well, sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just super, super, super old, and I used it for 10 cotillion years because I'm poor. See, and then they, because the program, the disc was like, I don't know, 500, $600 or something like that, for a really long time. And we're very poor here, so we don't have that kind of disposable income because we put it in hookers G strings is what we do with that kind of money. But anyway, um, my curious pastimes aside, uh, Photoshop. It's a miraculous thing, is it not? I believe so. So it was really super expensive, and then like so I actually I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but hey, you know what? We're making art, we're having fun, we're playing games, we're doing that thing we do. Um, so one time I tried to kind of scam the system, right? and I tried to buy like a boot, or not a bootleg, but I saw a Photoshop on like eBay for maybe like $100. It was the weird one with that like weird reptile girl who was falling apart on the cover. Like all her skin was all flaky and being all weird. But I was like, ooh, I could actually get like a non Photoshop 6, because I got Photoshop 6 illegally from a friend of mine. I mean, um, as a gift from orphans in a hospital is where I got my copy of Photoshop 6 that I used for all pretty much everything to do with everything I've done for the past 10 years or so. But anyway, self-incrimination aside, yeah, so I found it online for like a ridiculously cheap price. It was on eBay for maybe like $100 or something. No, I think it was less. I think it was like $60. So I was like, well, I don't know, maybe it's old, or maybe it's a ripoff. And I guessed the first and got the second. So it was a giant ripoff, and I got like a blank disc. I got the cover or whatever, like it was the Photoshop cover, but I put it in my computer and nothing happened. So stay in school is really the lesson of all this.
But Dave, you're using the good Photoshop now, right?
Yeah, because now everybody wants to, what's the term? Oh yeah, rip you off, bleed you slow, I believe is the business term. So now you can just rent, in quotes, Photoshop. So I pay like $10 a month, and I get to use Photoshop as long as I pay $10 a month. So but it's like the latest one, I guess, I think, I don't know, which is good, because because hookers are expensive, and that's my story. Now okay, so I'm pretty much bored with this so far, so I'm going to move on. I'm going to put another layer down. Now, when I was being taught, in quotes, Photoshop, the way it was explained to me, and this is a pretty great way of explaining this, is I don't know if you've ever seen those magazines. Well, I know Count hasn't, because we don't read books here, but they're like those medical books where all the pages are clear, and it's kind of like a I don't know, like the anatomy of a person or whatnot, and all the pages are clear, and then like you turn one page and it's got like the nervous system on it, and then you turn the other page and it's got like the skeleton on it and stuff like that, and it's got like the bone structure and that. Nobody knows. I'm the only scientific genius here with any kind of biological curiosity. All right, fine. So that's what layers are. So we have the background layer here down on the lower right hand corner. I'm going to have some coffee. So if I make coffee slurping sounds, forgive me. Thank you. So here in the layers, so this is the background layer, which we're not going to touch that. Don't do anything on there. Again, don't listen to anything I'm saying, because this is all wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. But as I understand it, and the world is a very big place for me, so don't listen to me. But so this is the sketch here. See, this is what we've done. Now I had the opacity at 40. That's it at 100. Yeah, I like it looking kind of, sketchamaroo here. And then you want to do everything on a different layer, so that if you screw anything up, you can change it or what have you. So I'm gonna do another layer of details. And we'll see what kind of awful mischief we can do here. Now I know I like the opacity. I almost said opacity, because I want to say audacity, because I'm very sexual. Let's face it, right? Right, Count? Look at me. Am I looking a little sexy today?
No, Dave. You know I always answer the same when you ask me that disturbing question.
Well, all right. Now, if you were good at this, see, you'd use all kinds of different brushes. Me, I'm not good. I use pretty much two. I use two brushes because, you know, what has a brush ever done for me in my life? So, what I like to do is go in and do details on a lighter opacity, and it just makes things look nice. I don't know what to tell you. Why you bothering me, huh? And if you're asking, Dave, do you have any concept of light sources and shading? My answer, of course, is no. See, I'm like a sorcerer. All right, in Dungeons and Dragons. So in Dungeons and Dragons, let me give you a quick little D&D lesson, Count, because I know that's what the people want to hear out there. So in Dungeons and Dragons, you have like your wizards and shit, right? And wizards learn magic through intense study and focus, and they're very intelligent, and there's a lot of books and scrolls and nonsense involved like that, right? And then they're sorcerers. Now sorcerers they can do magic, but they don't know magic. See, it's kind of like, I don't want to say self-taught, but it's an innate ability for them. They're born with the juice inside them, right? And that's what I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I just burp and weirdos happen. That's what this is. This is sorcery, what I'm doing. Artistic and slightly sexual sorcery, of which you are my muse, Count. You precious muse. Use. And yeah, now you can, I probably want to tinker with this a little bit. They're a little looking a little too close. This is bad. This is real bad, and I should probably not try in life anymore. Okay, 100 is too much. 75 is a little too hard looking. 65. We'll do 65. I can't get it to 65 because I'm just...
Dave, why don't you...
63, whatever. What, Count?
Why don't you tell the nice people what a tablet you use?
Well, I mean, all right, I guess that's good thinking, Count. I guess. I'm using these Wacom Cintiq 16 Incheruni, and I got it, and I love it. I like it a lot. It's good. It's the first tablet I've ever used with the screen on it, and that's pretty nice, I think. I'm still learning a lot on it. I'm not really... I go through kind of weird moods where like I don't do anything except sleep and touch myself. And those times are interesting. And I'll eventually like draw thunder, Count. If it gets too scary, you may have to hold me, Count.
Only if you hold me back.
All right. That's the deal. You're stern, but you're fair. I've always said that about you. So yeah, so this, my tablet cost me like $600 something, I think. And then the stand, just the stand. Just the thing that holds this motherfucker up so it's not laying on my balls right now. The stand alone was like $80. I was like, you're kidding me. But the heart wants what the heart wants. So all in all told, about like 700, I think, in damage, about that. Now they have another one. This is a 16-inch one. They have like a 20 whatever inch one That's obviously that was like 1,200 or so. I wasn't willing to spend that much, not yet anyway. And then of course, like a couple of months after I bought this, they came out with a new version of this that's like 4K or something, and fuck everybody. But the new version of this is what the 21-inch would cost, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm content with this for the time being.
Do you think you'll get mad one day and destroy your tablet, Dave?
That's a distinct possibility. I'll certainly think on it, though. Generally speaking, I don't destroy my expensive toys. My little toys, I mean, they're on borrowed time, you know. But if I actually like legit spent money on it, then I probably won't do anything weird. So you see how I don't know. I just think it looks nice. The main image darker, and then the details in like a lighter kind of thing. It just, I don't know. It's my artwork is very deceptive. I practice a great deal of deception when I draw because it makes it look better than I am, with the various shades and stuff like that. Because here we do things, let's just say shoddy. Let's be nice and say shoddy. Also, since I don't know, it's been so long since I've talked to, let's just do, this is just the Toad the Wet Sprocket podcast, the Todd podcast. I'm not really good with words right now. I'm creating. You can't expect me to create both word and deed and art at the same time. I am only one man. My new thing I've been saying, Count, is I'm just Superman, not the entire Justice League. That's my new quote. For you. For you. All right. I'm bored with this. So, okay, so here's what I was talking about before. So you have like, this is what it looks like broken down, right? So you got, well, nothing, and then you got the background, and then you have just the sketchy poo here, and then you have the details there. So if I want to change anything on the details, it won't affect what's on the sketchy layer. See, so your sketchy layer is like your base layer. You can name it whatever you want. You probably won't name it sketchy because that's what a 4-year-old would name a layer, and that's what we do. So so now what I used to do is I would do a solid black layer of like inks. I mean, we could fuck around with that for like a second, but I'm probably too lazy, and I just want to get this over with. So Count, you're gonna have to move. He's sitting on my lap right now. It's sexual, but it's a little uncomfy. That bony behind of yours, Count.
It's not bony. I have a luscious backside. Thank you very much.
Hey, whatever the man says. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna try that, and I'm gonna go from soft pressure size to Dave, what I've cleverly called Dave pen. And like, does it work, man? I don't know. No, not. I mean, I'm really bad at at all of this. I'm really bad at all of this. So and again, since it's on a different layer, I can, look at it or not. And if I change anything on it, it's not going to screw up any of the other layers. So this is a good thing. I'm probably not going to do all of this because, like I said, lazy. But what I used to do was do, kind of like a a pencil thing and then an ink layer. And then after a while, I was like, well, why am I even bothering? Just color in the... I was getting really lazy. I'm very lazy at this. But since we have company count, maybe we should at least try to perhaps do things somewhat, I don't want to say the right way, but not as wrong as I normally do.
Oh, Dave, did you vacuum today?
I did. Is that noticeable count? Does the bomb shelter look particularly spiffy today?
Oh, it's nice. You do keep you're good at vacuuming. I'll give you that.
Oh, thanks. I think that's the first nice thing you've ever said to me.
Probably.
It is a special occasion. Okay, so yeah, with this, I don't want to do the whole thing. This was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have pressed play on this thing. So I'm just gonna probably do some of this. But the cool thing about Photoshop is, what is that? I don't know. I made something and I have no idea what it is, so I'm just gonna leave it for the time being and hope that nobody notices. Nobody knows. That's an artistic thing. What I just did there, that was very artistic. You don't understand because you don't see things the way I do because I'm very, very artsy tartsy. So any mistakes, if I'm doing anything wrong in Photoshop, you just don't understand. But you're still my friend, so that's okay. I was thinking about getting a new vacuum actually, but that would be silly because the vacuum I have now is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I would just be getting a new vacuum to get a new thing. And that's, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's very like me. That's very Dave, but it shouldn't be. So, yeah. Did I mention I really regret starting doing this? Because I do. So I am going to probably just stop and just start coloring because I don't have time for this. To be just legitimately honest with everybody out there, I've got a date. I got several dates. They're really hot too. Really hot girls that wanna touch me. They want to put their hands on me, so I can't be doing this all day because I got
He doesn't have anything to do, guys. No.
Don't, bro. You're supposed to big me up on these.
I don't want you to lie to people. It's not good. Can I color yet?
No, we're not at the coloring phase. Give me a second, will you? I'm trying to do ears. I'm trying to do this guy's ears here. See, whenever I draw, I always make sure to give good lobe because you never trust people. All right, this might be racist, so don't tell anybody what I'm about to say. Might be very offensive to some people out there. But it's just us, right? It's just my friends. It's my buds. And Buzzsaw, Drac, the bros. Don't trust people who have no earlobes. Some people, their earlobe, okay, like their earlobes, right? I'm going to draw a head over here. And then they'll have an ear like this. And this is what a normal ear, that's a good ear. It's like what my ear looks like, right? It's got a nice healthy lobe. See the lobe right there? That is a good lobe. But then you have some weirdos who their lobes just go right into their neck like that. Don't trust people like that. Don't even give them the time of day. They surely don't deserve it. All right. I hope I don't get deplatformed for that, but you know, just take my word for it. You don't want any problems with any people like that. They're bad news. Those types, you know what I'm saying, Count.
Oh, Dave, you're going to get us in trouble, man.
I know, but the truth has to be told. All right, so remember at the beginning when I said I wasn't good at this? Yeah, I wasn't kidding. So what I'm going to do now is just abandon all of this right now, and I'm going to move on to coloring. Really what I want to do, because I want to color.
Oh, good. Don't forget you said I could color.
Yeah, Count. I heard you. Jesus. So we're going to do base colors. All right, that's going to be... Whoa, I'm sorry. Everything, my monitor shut. See, because I have a monitor splitter cable thing, and if I even go near it with my foot, it shuts. It just temporarily disables life momentarily. Okay, so I normally color I get rid of this because I want it to be all solid. I don't want it to be fucking zany and weird and a goofy. So what are we gonna do with our friend here? Let's make him an interesting color. Shall we, Count?
Why don't you make him green?
We're not gonna be doing that, Count. That one we're not gonna. I want to make him red. How about that? So we'll make him red and we'll, oh, I don't know, this one. Yeah, so now see how the base color layer is all the way at the bottom here? You want to do that because, well, actually I'll show you. If you move it up top, let's say, it'll be the first thing on here. So you'll be just drawing all over it like an idiot. You're not an idiot, are you? I didn't think so. So you want to put it underneath everything so that all the other layers, you know, so that, yeah, that's what you do. That's how you make a living in this world. That's how you make life happen. So to start, I'm really ultra sloppy because who cares? And when I get to the end, I'll wisen up a little bit and not be so sloppy.
Dave.
Yes, Count.
You're doing the thing. You're coloring now, right?
Yes. This is the, as you can see here in the corner, it's base colors. Base. Very basic bitch colors, Count.
You said that I could color when you get to this part.
I did say that, but I did not mean it, my friend. There are differences between those two things.
Oh, come on, man. Let me, just for a little bit, let me do a color. I want to do a color.
You want to do a color. Okay. Jesus. All right, look. I'm going to take a little coffee break. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I will let you color. All right, here, look. His hair, I'll tell you, I'll make you a deal, Count. His hair will be green. It'll be this color green right here. All right. How about that? You happy?
What color green again?
This one, the one I picked.
I want it to be another one. I want it to be a brighter one.
No, it's going to be this one. I said you could color. I didn't say you could pick color.
Fine.
Okay. So here, just take the pen. Take the pen like that. All right, no, you have to put it on the actual... Why are you shaking like that?
It's just the way my hand works. I don't know.
Look, okay, it's got to go on the orange paper.
Like this?
Count. Are you kidding me? No, on the actual image, Count. Here, over here. Give me this. Give me it. Here. You see this? Now we're at... What did you do? Jesus. Okay. Here. See this white thing? You see all of this right here?
Inside the green box.
Yeah. You wanna do that. Inside there. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. Let me try again, okay? In here, you're saying?
Yes, in there.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God. Give me that.
Don't yell at me, Dave.
You know what, man? You're supposed to be my muse. You're supposed to just sit here and look sexy.
Okay, I guess I'll try that.
Give me this. Show you how it's done. Show you how we do things here in Naptown. I remember the first time I heard that they call Indianapolis Naptown. It's so funny. And then I heard somebody say, yeah, because it's so boring. Just take a nap. Just the only exciting thing to do is go to sleep. All right. But no, Count. The most exciting thing to do in Naptown is draw. In Naptown, I'm going to take you to Art Town, and that is why we've come together today.
You're not, really telling anybody what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, Count. I'm just doing. You see? You dig?
Oh.
It's very vibey. I just kind of vibe. You know, art vibing.
You're not saying anything.
All right, who's the one actually doing work? And who's the one sitting here doing Jack Daniels? Maybe you should talk, Count.
I don't have anything to say.
Precisely. I'm supplying the legerdemain, the magic of whatever this is that I'm doing, and you're just sitting there giving me guff.
Do you want to talk about the movies?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Did you see Batman yet?
No, not yet. I gotta hype myself the fuck up to go sit down for 3 hours. It's disturbing. All right, I did a real bad job on this, but this is just for, you know. I mean, trust me, I'm a lot better than this. I'm just doing bad on purpose to show the people what not to do. You see, is what I'm doing. These are the things that I do with my day and my time on this earth, of which I have so very little left. I didn't think this was going to take this long, to be honest with you. I guess I never knew that drawing was so fucking boring. I'm sorry. Anybody out there watching this? Wasting time watching this? I got coffee on, and I made an enormous unhealthy pot of coffee that's on right now as we speak. As I speak. And I kind of don't know how I'm going to get to it once I'm finished with this first volley. My sippy cup here I got. I don't quite know what to do.
Dave, I don't quite understand this picture.
What don't you understand, Count?
Well, it looks like his hair is going into his tie around his neck. And that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why would you do that?
A little thing called the duality of man. Count. I wouldn't expect you to understand. So here I could be sloppy because I'm going to be doing... I'm sorry, I drooled all over the screen there for a second. There are shortcuts that I should be using that I'm not using because here, this is a no shortcut zone, Count. It's also a no success zone. It's a no talent zone and a no fly zone to boot. All right. I guess I'll try to be nice and zoom in here and fix all of these problems I've made. All these problems I've made with my life. All right. Moving on. But yes, Count, his hair is going directly into his tie. Because you see, I don't follow your social norms, Count. I live on the edge. The edge of reality. The edge of artistic dominance. I live on the danger zone, Count. I also live on the spectrum a little bit. It's so hard for me not to put on music. That's what I am. That's when I'm truly happy, Count. When I'm truly content. I'm sitting here drawing weirdos, and I got some music playing on that would definitely violate several copyright laws of this world and others. But I mean, I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to violate. I kind of want to violate copyright law. I can't do that. I can't violate. Why can't I say that word now? No, that eye is dumb. I'm giving him dumb eyes. He's got a case of the dumb eye. Can't have that, can we? No, I want there to be a distinct difference in his eyes there, and that's not doing it for me. How's that? Oh, sure, why not? Okay. And then his shirt, I want on my bedroom floor. Am I right? Am I right about that, or am I wrong? So yeah, we'll give him a nice, I don't know, office shirty bluey here. And I don't like that about this pen. It's got this button on it that I hit only constantly, and it brings up that menu that I always have to click away from because life hurts my feelings on a consistent basis. Like, what is this? Oh my God. Look at this right here. Look at how bad this is. Like, I see what I tried to do. I'm just going to leave it. See how, like, right here, this, like, tucks in. Like, I was going to make this the tie line, but then I went and did it all the way down here. I am just a mess, Count. I am just pregnant. That is what I am. And you cannot tell me what to do with my baby. Because we are in love. Papa, don't preach. Oh man, I don't want to, never mind. I'm not going to get into that because I'm going to save that topic for our show, Count. Are we going to actually try to not do a Sunday episode, Dave? I really want to, because I hate doing Sunday episodes because I feel bad. I don't like to feel bad. I like to feel good. Yeah. So there's that. I don't like that. I'm going to try real super hard to not do a Sunday show. Wednesday's the day I would like to shoot for. But that hardly ever happens. Because again, so many dates, so much poontang, so little time, Count. You know how it is. You know how Big Daddy Dave do. And he do wrong. He do wrong. Donkey Kong is what he does. Okay. So, did I mention I was really lazy? Quite lazy, in fact. So, we're going to just not even bother with a lot of this. And we're going to stop because my head hurts. So, clean up some stuff. And, all right. This is a basic diggery-do of things that should never happen, really. And that's all right, I guess, because nature has a way of sorting things out. I should have probably been paying more attention to what I was doing with this, because now I don't remember. No, wait, it was Dave Penn. I didn't have this. I didn't have that because I wanted solid lines. I think, right? Right. Let's see. Let's. Yeah. So now we're back in this layer because Dave can't make up his mind. And again, I can get rid of it whenever I want because I'm a bitch and I don't know what I need in life. I remember one time when a guy I used to work with, when I was a caricature artist, when I was a wee lad. It was my first job ever. I was 16 years old. I had hair count. I had so much beautiful hair. And I remember I worked with some people that were really, really good. And some of them really sucked. I really sucked. But yeah, so I worked with one guy. And he was very, very good. He was really, really super good. And I remember one day he was talking about my drawing. And I knew exactly what he meant, and he was right in his critique. It wasn't even a critique, really. I was standing right there, so he wasn't being mean or anything like that. He was being correct. And he said, on the topic of my drawing, he said, Dave's stuff is not technical at all, but it's very eye-pleasing. And I totally understood what he meant because I have no idea what I'm doing. And it still rings true. It still rings true all these years later, my friend. Still, all these years later. And yeah, we'll throw in some actual lines here because I am very seriously considering stopping this. It's like the more I try to fix it, the more I don't like it. So this is something I'm gonna have to deal with in my life. Alrighty. So basic stuff is done, I guess. I could fuck around with this nonsense all day if I wanted to. But I don't want to because I have sausages to eat. So we're going to move on to something else I'm going to do wrong. If you'd be so kind. Dave? No, you're not coloring again, Ken. Oh. Okay. So that was a mistake what I just did. I don't want to ever do that again. So Yeah, all right. So now we'll do another layer, and we'll call this one dark stuff. And I'm going to try to make this look a little pretty and make things be nice. Go back to hazy brush, and do a little bit of work. Much like life, Count, you got to do the work. When I wake up each and every morning, cursed with this very, very sexual body, I got to do the work, man. I got to be the one who gets up out of bed, calls my parole officer, tells them no, I haven't visited any middle schools today, and then go to work. That's what I got to do. And then, when I'm at work, guess what I do, Count?
Do the work?
No, sleep. Caught you on that. Caught you slipping.
Dave, how come he doesn't have any eyebrows?
Personal preference. Not within his pronouns, Count? Not within his pronouns. So with the darks layer, all I'm doing is just adding some, I don't know, depth here or there, and making mistakes, of course.
Dave, you're one manager at your job. I don't get it. He said your stuff was eye-pleasing, but this man is very ugly.
Yeah. You know what they say, Count? Beauty is in the eye of the skin-deep man, whose skin is beholden to no one.
I don't think they say that.
Well, that, my friend, is why you failed. Okay, so that's it for the red, because I'm bored. I don't want to do anymore. So now we'll try this out here. Try this on for size. And so I wonder if maybe instead of just playing copywritten music, I could just hum it. Any requests, Count? Anything you want to hear? Do you want to hear some Lionel Richie? Commodores, maybe, perhaps? You know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, Drac, you know I done all I can. A boom, ba, da, 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 da. A girl, I begged, stole, and I borrowed. Yeah. Ooh, 'cause I'm easy. Come on, Count, back me up. Easy like Sunday morning. Thank you. God, I did it again. I hit the button. Count, normally we harmonize on that last part, and you didn't. You're shy. You're just shy. I get it. I got you.
Yes. That's it, Dave. I was shy.
All right, so with the darks here, I'm rapidly growing bored of this part as well. So that means it's time for this thing here, and we'll do that, and we'll do this. Where are there any, who are some hot girls like in Hollywood now? Count. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know any hot girls. I'm old. I don't know any, like, who's the hot, piece of ass now running around. I'm still hung up on Martha Stewart and what's her name, Meryl Streep. Bunch of fucking old broads.
I don't know. Oh, Dave, I have a question for you.
Count, you're not doing an Ask Dave now. It's my day off. We're not doing a show right now. You don't get an Ask Dave.
No, but it's just, two dudes hanging out talking about chicks.
All right, go ahead.
Well, who's your number one hot girl right now?
I just said I don't know any. But I like Kat Dennings. I think she's fucking spicy. But she's not new. Like, she's been around for 8. She's what? She's 97 years old by now. She's dead. She died yesterday. But I mean, like the new, I don't know. I feel like people, like the younger generation, slacking with their hot girls. But then again, I'm not paying attention, really. Because that's how you get them, Count. You just ignore them. You lock them in the basement, and then you just forget about them. And then the cops come. You hear them? Hear that in the back? Okay, so dark stuff is, yeah. This, you know what this guy looks like? He makes me want like watermelon Jolly Ranchers or something. I don't know. Okay. So that was dark stuff. So now we're gonna do light stuff. And you see how we're just stacking? How we're just stacking things on top of each other. That's what you do for I don't know, bad result. See, now if you were good at this, you'd have all different brushes and whatnot laid out, and you'd just be a better man all around, I think, than what we're doing here. But this is just for educational purposes. Is what we're doing. That's all. I'm here to educate, mainly. That's why my life is the way it is.
Who else, Dave, is your spicy little numbers, as you like to call them?
For girls, I don't know. I don't know who's hot. I don't know who's hot now. You youngsters got to pick up the pace and start pumping out some hotties for your old Uncle Dave. Needs help. All right. You know what, Count? Why don't I do some impressions? I feel like I should be entertaining the people. All my mother who's watching this.
Do you know any impressions, Dave?
Yeah, I do the guy who does that Time Passages song. I don't know his name. Alexa, who sings Time Passages?
Time Passages is sung by Al Stewart.
Al Stewart. Okay, I do a pretty good Al Stewart singing that song. You wanna hear it? Count? You wanna bust a move real quick and take a ride on some time passages?
No, I think I'm pretty good. Your Lionel Richie impression, that was enough for me. I think I'm good.
No, let me hear real quick.
Time passages. There's something back there that you left behind. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight.
It's good, right?
Actually, I can't even front. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think so. Weird song. You know what used to scare the shit out of me? I remember when I was a kid, and my father would play Mr. Roboto. Like, he'd have that Styx album, and he would play Mr. Roboto. It would horrify me as a child. This was like, what, 90... This was, what, 98? I think that was what? Kilroy's here? Was here? I'm gonna say 86. Alexa, when did Styx's Kilroy Was Here come out?
Kilroy Was Here by Styx was released on March 3rd, 1983.
83, wow, okay. Well, yeah, it was a couple years after that. It had to have been. Because I could have been 3 years old. I don't remember jack shit when I was 3. What are you talking about? The fake news. But yeah, it was the end. To this day, the end of Mr. Roboto scares the shit out of me. When it's making all that robot gobbledygook at the end. Ooh! Oh my goodness. So scary.
Time passages. I'm sitting here drawing with Count Dracula. Oh, time passages.
All right, I think I forgot to do a lot. Like go to college. That was a big one. I probably should have gotten on the ball on that. But we are where we are in life, aren't we? Boy, this took a turn for the worst. Like that last stuff I did, just pretend that worked out. What I just did here. Okay, let's do some eye here.
Time passages.
Okay. There's something else, right? The shadows, I think. I think so. We can do that up here. Label it. You got to label everything. Labeling everything is very important because this is how the piggies eat. You know what? On a side note, Count, you know who I always thought was really, really cute?
Who, Dave? Who?
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna think I'm kidding. Why isn't this working? Shouldn't this be making my thing bigger? I mean my not that thing. Okay, there we go. Don't tell anybody I said this. But the mom on A Christmas Story, am I the only one who thinks she's like super cute?
Yes, Dave.
Oh, all right. I don't know. I just like it. How about this? How about later on, after all the hullabaloo is done, and we're done making our art here? Why don't I put you in a little frizzy wig? Huh? Hmm? Prance you around the place?
I wouldn't accept that as a possibility, Dave.
Ah, thou protests too much. Methinks 'tis what I think. All right, so as you can plainly see, this has gone from bad to worse, but the soul lives on. Bro, I remember the first time I saw Soul Calibur, but it was Soul Edge or Soul Blade. I don't know. And I remember the first time I saw it in the arcade, it wasn't called Soul Calibur. I think it was called Soul Blade. And then when it did all the console ports and stuff, and it had like 9 different names, I didn't know what to do with myself. But I know what I wanted to do with Ivy. That's for sure. I had a pretty good idea of what to do with her. Is what happened. So see, now I've just pretty much abandoned all hope, and I'm just fucking around now. That's what's happening right now. Lot of problems I'm seeing. Just a great deal of mistakes. Generally speaking, not really sure why I pressed record. That's what happens. See, what I should have done is I should have already had like a picture done, so that all I was doing was the coloring part, because the stressful part is like drawing something. But if I already had that first layer done, it's smooth sailing, you know. But I like to live on the edge. I'm a pretty wild guy. It's not just all vacuum cleaners and Folgers here, you know. I'm an artist. I mean, I got a wild streak, you know. I don't conform, Count. Not at all. I'm a rebel. My own man. Big dreams. Big goals. That's how I live. That's how I live my life, my friend. It's just how it is. It be like that, Count. It be like that. Okay. So what we've done here is we've taken a bad situation and we've made it worse. But wait, my story gets better. So now I'm going to... Man, I haven't drawn in a really long... I haven't used this daggum thing in a... That's my excuse. I haven't done this in years. All right? How do you like that? How do you like me now? So, now... oh, yeah, okay. I feel like I'm forgetting... I know I'm forgetting something, but... That's fine, Dave. We've come so far already. We've made so many mistakes. What's a few more dozen? You tell me. And we're going to put some white little things here or there because I don't know any better. It's all I know. It's all I am. It's all we are. Also, while we're talking Toad, Inlight Syrup. I don't generally like compilation albums, but Toad the Wet Sprocket in Light Syrup, so good. It's just like a compilation of a bunch of their songs from soundtracks or whatever shit they've done. And it's awesome. It's really, really great. Kind of want to listen to it right now. I'm so tempted to just openly flout copyright law and just start playing music. Because to be honest with you, Count, sitting here talking is awful for a lot of people involved. Pretty much everyone involved.
I don't know, Dave. It's a little relaxing, I guess, watching you scribble and color.
Well, you're just saying that because you're sitting on my lap. Not a lot of tranquility going on down there, if you know what I'm saying.
No comment.
All right, let's see. I tend to go a little overboard on the white part because, well, did I mention I don't know what I'm doing, Count? Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So.
Oh, Dave, did you watch WrestleMania?
No, not at all. And see a single second of it.
Why not?
I don't care. I don't really care. Wrestling's not for me anymore. It's just pretty goofy.
But it's always been goofy. Why do you say that?
I don't know. I don't care about anybody now, you know?
Do you think it's because you're an old man?
No. I don't really like the way you said that, on a side note, but like I remember when I was a kid, remember when I found out wrestling was fake? It made me like it more. I remember vividly after my father scared the shit out of me by blasting Mr. Roboto. Ah, shit. So he blasts Mr. Roboto, right? And then we'd watch wrestling. And I remember my mom would come in and she'd see my father and myself watching this nonsense. And she'd be like, "Oh, Dave, you know this is fake, right? You know this garbage is fake." And I would get so upset. I'd be indignant. I'd be like, "Mom, listen to what you're saying. Look on the television, Mom. Macho Man Randy Savage just got hit in the back with a chair, Mom. You can't fake that. You can't fake chairs, Mom." Unbelievable. Am I right? Am I right on that, Dad? And then my father would just say, Why are you talking like that? I don't know. Mom is talking about the Macho Man again. I don't like it. I don't like when Mama talks bad about the Macho Man. And then my father hit me. Yeah, and I don't know, when I, like, it's more interesting. Once I found out it was fake, I was like, wait a minute, so you mean to tell me that these guys aren't really trying to hurt each other? They're just trying to make it look like they're hurting each other. I thought that was way more interesting. So I actually liked it more because it's more, it's harder. It's harder to put on a fake fight and make it look real than it is to just kick somebody in the head as hard as you can. Even I can do that. I'll show you, Count, as soon as I press stop and there's no more recording going on. That may come back to bite me in a legal fashion. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's it. That's all I do. Oh yeah, I should probably explain. So I do there's a backdrop layer, right? So like this is, yeah. So that's my life. Base sketch right there. You toss some details in there in a lower opacity. So see, because if it's all the same, it looks kind of dumb. You know, so if you do it like, I don't know, 20, 25, whatever's your pleasure, it just looks better. Yeah, so since everything's on top of each other, that's why magic happens. The magic of life, the magic of art, the magic of Dave. Thank you, Count. Thank you for being with me here today. We wasted everyone's time doing stuff that nobody cares about. So, oh wait, you know what? There is one last thing. So check this out. I found this out by accident. So what I like to do on the sketch layer, just that one. If you go to blending options and then you hit drop shadow, see how it just like makes it look here. I'll get rid of. All right, you're gonna give me guff, aren't you? It makes it. It gives it this kind of, you know, it shadows all the lines, but just on that layer, and it just, I don't know, it makes it warmer. It doesn't make it look so scratchy. I don't know. I like how that looks. So I always do that just on the sketchy layer. And there, my strawberry watermelon man is complete. I'm ready, Count. I don't know what this is for. I don't know why I've done this, but I have. It is done. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Wasn't it mean when Dave drew a cross to repel me? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And smash that like button.
Did you really just say that?
Oh, sorry. I mean, everybody does, Andy. I thought that's what you do when you go on.
You know what, Count? I don't think your YouTube debut is really going too well.